Hi, my name is Kyron Patterson King. I'm 19 years old. I was born in the city of Vancouver and raised in the town just up north known as Powell River, and beautiful town. Still living there, moving out very quickly though come July. Anyways, I like to fancy myself as a sort of philosopher, and I'm very much into philosophy and spirituality and politics, and in fact I've written plenty about this kind of stuff. And I'm going to start a lecture series on a new YouTube channel, and hope you can join me there. So, I don't know. I'll leave a link once the YouTube channel has been created, and start from there. Feel like it might get a wider berth. Anyways, this is, to start with, I'm going to begin with one that regards the modern world in a general sense, and will give you a picture of what my philosophies are like. So, here we go. This is the lecture. Now, all societies must be based on a basic sense of human empathy. This dictates prosperity as measured in contentedness and general satisfaction with life, social and individual longevity, and how successful a given society will be in fending off the constant threat of totalitarianism. The modern world is a world of man-made tragedy. Upon what we believe to be our own free will, we are ushered into self-bondage and creative self-destruction. The virtues of totalitarianism show themselves in the fact that capitalism, as an ideology born of existential nihilism, creates material and neutral midpoints, such as currency, which rule over us in lieu of Hitler's, Richard II's, and Kim Jong-il's. In totalitarianism, the choice is black and white. You can either fight the obvious power, or you can join it. The power has emotions which can be grouped as malicious or benevolent, creative or destructive, good or bad. The power has an implied morality and thus a meaning, whereas in capitalism, one can fight it yet find themselves feeding it with open hands. One can battle and realize they're battling no one but themselves. In the face of obvious moral wrong, the practitioner of capitalism can shrug and state that the fault lies in the rule of outward circumstance, falsely and abstractly represented via modern finance and economy, and, in doing so, can state that it is nobody's fault. It's simply the way things are. As a form of social organization, capitalism arranges resources in the whole of humanity in such a way as to create winners and losers. As the rich get richer, the poor get poor. As the winners keep winning, the losers keep losing. Everybody lives in their own abstract economy, which creates an illusory bubble in the mind, segregating the raw honesty of the world into mine and not mine, altering what should and is implicitly understood into something which becomes explicitly stated and thus clunky, inefficient, and enslaving. In the modernized mind, it is often a point taken for granted that, on its subliminal and basic level, the world is a dark, terrible place full of murder, strife, war, and death. Although this is a half-truth, it is not the full truth. And the level to which this truth has been affected by the mutuality of reality and concept is so socially unconscious that many's modern perceptions are affected by hearsay and headlines as opposed to the good and neutral seen on a daily basis. It is a given, despite the degradation of the modern intuition to the contrary, that the good practiced, accepted, and generally carried out far outweighs the bad as significantly as the Pacific island of Vanuatu is surrounded by the seemingly endless drift of Pacific Ocean. In a moral context, of course, the good does indeed require the bad to prove its virtue. If one were to moralize the world and the universe in its entirety, one would find mostly neutral and good. The negative is something that the human mind finds near unfathomable, basically impossible in its very existence. It is as such that the intellectualized mind is fascinated with it, and easily overwhelmed by its crush of nihilistic strangeness, finding in it a vortex of disbelief created out of a lack of acceptance, which, in itself, is one of the many manifestations of negativity which one must hypocritically learn to accept. This fascination, in which one is constantly stating, "I can't believe this has or could occur," is advertised in the bombardment of modern media culture, now globalized to establish the individual mind as a sort of phantasmal battlefield between good intentions and meaningless harm. So that is a preview of what my philosophy entails. I will put this out there, see what the feedback is like, and if, I think either way I'll be setting up this new channel anyways, but let me know what you thought.